Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. In respect of the time that this signal might be reaching you, it is another episode of the Players Journey. As we usually do it for you, we look at the footballers that has done incredible in Gambian sports. You understand? We meet them, take them throughout their journey. They explain everything for us. For the young ones that are coming to also be inspired. So, Tena, million common Kohamantene. The person has represented Gambia across level. So you across level more from national level see lala nekade under 17 years dem he represent Gambia across and then bokk na si ñoo xamante moo ñu yóbbu si suñ force Afcon you know xamal nga amul si loolu tamit di mu ñëw ici ak an academy boo xamante ne supporting Gambian youth so it is no other person than ESohna, the famous midfielder. Honestly, Ogul, all I say, bro, definitely welcome back to the show.
Thanks a lot, Kurama. Lorena definitely is very good, and nobody didn't see Jange, young players didn't see Jange. Yeah.
Jërëjëf man and it's a pleasure having you comme noo ko waxee ne léegi ne loo ñu wax suñu viewers because bi ma nekk first time si suñu plateforme maybe mun nañ laa bàyyi and you greet them
comme xam nga man la Ibrahima Sohna, ex Gambia international, and then suma football career come xam ngeen ne comme you started from street football, then school football, and then nawetaan play na Jarrington FC, Pencha of Dipakunda. Fofula started then from Fofo, then straight to Walidan FC. Then from Walidan, then Fofula Yip started, then them see national Gambian under 17 bit, yeah.
This is a long way. Learn across here. So today I am very like I know they brought now I brought this thing among my people. I'll be like, "Malegi pro la," because X man, yo ya wax ne hariti pro la. Legi journalist bu interview pro tam X nakal ana do pro. So I tell people that legi pro na. I am to be honest, I'm really grateful for this opportunity. To be honest, you understand? Sitting with you is a lot for me because I know very well that I used to celebrate you. You understand? One on the hard midfield Gambia. To be honest, I understand. You make a window, they say that Gambia send Jamie. They complain why the coach was not bringing you, why the coach was not giving you minutes. Sometimes we don't understand experience the bar, we need him in. So lonely you go, when you talk about face to face, it's a great achievement. So I'm really appreciative for this interview opportunity. Comme no way, let's say ESohna, ma jëlal ko fofu ñu commencé ko. Man xam naa ESohna ba ñeneen ñi mun nañu wane maybe Ibrahima la tuddam mu jël turi yaayam wala maybe Santa moo nekk Sohna. All we want to know ESohna. Who is ESohna? Lan moo nekk full name ñu jëlee ko foofu.
Full name bi first name bi Ibrahima la and then surname bi mooy Sohna. Wow. So then am nga football bi moom ngeen ESohna. Waaw Sohna bi lañ dee nga use than first. Waaw so loolu la yeah.
So suñu woowee ne ESohna fan la origine.
Waaw xam nga Sohna yi it's Sarhole and then ñun suñ maam yi ñu ngi jógee Mali waaw so then xam nga ñun Sarhole la.
So léegi in Gambia fii ESohna fan la origine.
Dipakunda waaw ñun ñooy alkaalo Dipakunda waaw soo déggee Dipakunda nga dégg yeneen ñu ne la Cuub Town pour Sarhole yëpp dëkk.
So if I'm not am leen pro man leen la nga mën na xari ñun neema fan lañu sprouté
boobu dinañ ñëw te dinañ ñëw soobee la liggéey baa ngee dem on
laal nga across Gambian level but the international career also has done wonderful. So before we reach there, we want you to take us, let's say, the childhood life in Dipakunda. ESohna naka la meloon Dipakunda to grow up in there. How was the background level?
Well am nga fii ku nekk xam na like foo mun di dëkk rek dina am good side am bad side ok so yow yaay am pour choose après nga am famille yoo xam ne tam dinañ la teg yoon yow tam nga déglu so Dipakunda dafa nekk place boo xam ne bëri na footballers and bëri na because Sarahule you know them like for a hard working Sarahule mooy loo xam ne comme time yi xale sax dañ laa push pour nga start pour make something even ngay dem school sax ñu laa push si business ok so loolu la but then we are into football boo xam ne tam am na doole woon foofu boo soo seetee Tamsir Mané Dipakunda lam jógee ñu ngi amoon assise boo xam ne Walidaan ñëpp xam nañ ko Madi Conte so am nañ players yoo xam ne ñu mag ñoo xam ne like si ligue Gambia bi xam nga they was big and then nga am Arms moom tam wali daan and laal na under 17 bi tam ak yooyu so we have few names yoo xam ne like xam nga make nañ ko si even national level but then man lu may wax mooy like I was lucky and with a hard work ak yooyu then ma mun a ñëw breakthrough sign a professional contract but there is a lot of talented players yu fa jóge ak yooyu so am na side boo xam ne tam is like yow yaa ko choose nga am young xale yoo xam ne dugg si ay yenn stuff too ak yenn yi ak yooyu so man personally is like am day gis gars yi ni am vu boo xam ne foofu la gars yi toog but I always choose not to involve loolu xam nga yow yaa day choose
sa bopp waaw yaa get sa bopp
nga am ay mag yoo xam ne ñu ngi fa ñoo xam ne they try to put you in nga am yeneen mag yoo xam ne they try to advise you bu fa dugga they do the bad stuff phone they but they controlling you so duggee si li su ma la fa fekkee and then nga am yeneen koto yoo xam ne oh trial li final li okay so it's both side nga day am but then I was really lucky not to I never smoke weed or even cigarette ak yooyu and then and thanks to my family ak yenn koto yu ma sóoraanoon ñoo xam ne tam they guide me through am kenn ko xam ne Ismaila he's someone and Adama ñoo xam ne tam dañ ma guide trop suma time yi xale
that's amazing comme like lu ma dee wax dafa am Gambia place yoo xamante ne they are the old settlers and Dibakunda is one of them comme loo ko nekk di waxee nii momentum bi mu ngi fa crowd ba nga fa te dañ teel a eew si life so guidance boobu soo ko amutee pour nga breakthrough even though food prep bi mu ngi foofu am na pro yi ñoo xamante ne noo seetaan ngay bugg a ngaa àgga seen level but then guidance bi su fa nekkutoon munoon ngaa wàcca yoon bi so let's say and then educational aspect bi nu meloon ndax dañ la puusoon si sarakule seen business yi nga teel a jël xaalis bi wala yow si bonde
xam nga fii comme man maa ngi yoon into school dama concentrate on but dama àgga benn time boo xam ne to be honest it was more of football boo xam ne like the education ignore ma ko but then dama gis suma bopp more
on football boobu ban level la woon ak education side grade 12 oh that's a great one
so léegi da ngaa gis ne bu ma àggee boobu dafa nekk moment boo xam ne you have to choose either under 17 or you concentrate on
the schooling
okay so I
understand now
you have to choose so loolu tax pour man personally it's like bu ma demee ba choose the football boo xam ne I have to drop out and family back ma so loolu tax du ma dee caaxaan so doo mun a lose fii nga ignore fale war a ñëw si bii lose ko so loolu tax man su ma dee dugg si field bi dam dee mel ni koo xam ne am someone else
li moo nekk secret de hungry bi li moo nekk secret bi foofu
because da ngaa gis ne bro the condition of family is not cool and then your education boo xam ne tam boobu nga war a push at least def guy happy nga drop out bro so loolu tax man right now su ma gisee player bu dee caaxaan nga xam ne you drop out or amula beneen métier di caaxaan nga ñu train for 1 hour 30 minutes I get pissed off because you should not joke because one shot nga am and then if you lose then amula benn métier yaa understand so man loolu nag daf ma dee motivate torop suma xoolee suma family bi background rek ak seet ne lii laa sacrifice xam nga lu ma min so du ma dee sonn
and I think footballer yi nekk di jóg war nañ ñu jël advice bi ñu téye ko ak ñaari loxo because loo fi wax it is important mostly Gambia fii nii loolu la dee nekk is between education or football ñun ñëpp loolu la ñu tegal and then we are forced to go with education to quick football because amuñ toon that finger blueprint boo xamante dañ laa guide ne kii moo nekk di seen foofu so like most pro yi ñu ngi fi ñu wala ñeen Gambian footballer yi fii nii they have only football left with them so I think this is very important lii moo tax programme bi ñu isi ko de waxtaanaa gars seen key points yi ngeen jël ko note yu bàyyi nga yëpp football rek nga téye as a métier mu laa wax ne moom bu mu jëlee décision boobu dafa make sure mu jox football bi cëgaram bi yëpp all out for it so you should also take your pen nga note down loolu su ma téye football kese dama ko war a jox cëram yëpp exactly so and then bro let's say boo doon dem school xam naa ne plainte yi dañ dee am warga yi dañ daan amantu sax balaa ngay convince parents bi comme ne damaa bëgg a drop out school parents they are always in for education so that moment boo nekk di ñëw decide okay dama drop out ma dem si lii how did you explain to them or how did you convince the family that this is the best option on this
I think man suma family is more of nawetaan foofu la ma ngay start di xam ne kii am na son ak nit yi comme suñu jógee play nawetaan ne ñëpp ñu dee daw sa kii bi
oh okay you were playing nawetaan
boo xam ne like su xam nga penca laa njëkk a play penca bu ma fa doon play ay mag ñu tellement ici ma play so but every time su demee play rek I do nam dee def loo xam ne like comme ñëpp nañ dee waxantoo suma affaire ak after game bi ñëpp nañ dee daw suñu kër te tega sabar te fecca di suma yaay am nga suma daal suma parents yi gis ne waaw kii every time nit yaa ngee ñëw fii ak yooyu and yàlla def comme penca boobu suma force ya ma winal leen ko boobu tam ñu ñëw si kër bi ak trophy bi so I think yeah gis leen demee woon last ma jël scoring bi so ñëpp ñëw ekkati ma si kaw ak yooyu ma dem Jarrington tam si benn koñ bi jos koñ la ak yooyu ma dem Jarrington tam ma winal leen ko
amazing
so then family mag yi yëpp di ñëw si suma penn so foofu la guys start di gis but before dañ ma dee over strict on si man pour yëfi education bi like comme I have to concentrate ak yooyu su may dem di yeneen dafa am comme di jëm training sax di nuba suma daala yi
waaw moment yooyu la nga fañ because xam naa ne wala dara because yaa ngi yow school yaa ngi dem dara so training bi nag dafa nit because time boobu nga dee sacca warga yaa ngi daw ak yeneen yi
so dangay te yeneen yi xam nga soo ko def tam foog nga dawalee ay yenn stuff yi ak yooyu wala yeneen yi dafa am kuy ñëw dawalee sa daala yow nga mel ni kuy génn xam nga pour ba ñu understand yaa ngi boole si warga yi boole si yéen koñ yi di la ñoo jël si ngay dem play so that's the life of football bala ngay nekk professional but after then ñu gis ne wow this is like serious maa ngi koo jël serious then si la ma gaay taaj I can remember suma sister suñ taw bi ak bala suma daal bi di gaañu so gaay taaj ma lii nga bugga ma ne leen waaw lii laa bugga support leen ma baalal leen ma because man time boobu that same time nam doon dimbale suma yaay jaay si marché so yeneen yi ngay gis ne dam dee mun a su may dem school sax suma baag sax nam fa dee def ay mid pile break living nii rek ma start di jaay on sa yeneen yi ma dem marché tam bés bu ma demutee on sa yeneen maa ngi woon amoon na time maa ngi afternoon so la maa njëkk a dem suba jaay soog a dem school ak yooyu so there is so many things yu ma doon def jaxase ko tam suma sister dafa amoon restaurant tam dee dem foofu cleanal ko paagal ko soog a dem training so there is so many things yu ma def yoo xam ne balaa may nekk professionnel loolu tax xale yi nañ war a xam loolu gisuñ ne tey ñu start di am kër di dawal moto bu rafet non tey so many things suñu sacrifice luñ defal suñ parents yi ak ñun suñ boppal ñu mun a ànd dara pour support suñ family
amazing it is important ngeen open up because lii dafa nekk loo xamante ne bii guidance la muy nekk young footballers yi because ñun luñ dee gis rek mooy ne sign na wan yàlla toog rek nga dégg ne kii sign na xay démb laa ko gis la de tukki na so nga am inspiration but doo dee xam hard work bi ak sacrifice bu nekk behind so yow loolu ñu nekk di wane loolu dinañu gën a dimbal so let's see and then so during nawetaan period bi how many years nga spend in nawetaan or how was the nawetaan ambiance back then
I think man suma whole career ñaari yoon laa play nawetaan ñaari season the first season was with Pencha moo winal leen ko then Jarrington was like foofu la suma xarit yi nekk
okay
Jarrington foofu la ñu ma dee àndali foofu la nekk wala maa doon play Pencha so after si la switch
influence yi yow la
so ma dem Jarrington through suma friends yi then winal leen ko so after loolu nag la under 17 yi start man even zonals play ma zonals
okay
non man zonals west nañ ma jël then ma war a dem then under 17 bi ko ji si pa fay la woon then after ñu ayee ñu nawet ñu ayee ñu play so from foofu ñu ayee ma waat nawetaan so man du ma doon playaat ay nawetaan ay yooyu so always maa ngi pare league bi di pare under 17 wala under 20 noonu la mujjee dem
gis nañ ne ayee nañ leen at that point in time xam naa buñ leen ayee mu la naxari because nawetaan time boo dafa am ambiance mu ngi neexoon so ba léegi di same concept moo nekk si young footballers yi soo leen naree ayee ay nawetaan nga ne gars yi ne day sa carrière dafa romba nawetaan da nga war a focus nooy développé sa bopp nga dem si kanam ñeneen ñi dañ la dee mere sax so yow lan nga foog ne footballer yi at what age lañ war a stop di play nawetaan or what level how many years lañ war a play nawetaan ñu decide ne ok man dama war a move to next step then may stick on play nawetaan each year in year out
xam nga for me through scouting bu ma leen ak suma experience dinaa wax ne latest player bi development am
ok
fan la mu àgg ak si ron kan la gay nekk am nga player na ko dee meesoo nga fii dafa am player yu bëri ñu ngi si team wante duñ dee meesoo seen development bi dafa am benn stage boo xam ne su nekkee man mu ngi suma ron dafa am stage boo xam ne damaa xam ne kii àgg na foo xam ne léegi warut a player su agut si soo ko meesoo te agut yenn level ak yooyu foog nga bàyyi ko mu compete ko then mu compete mu am experience bi ak yooyu ba pare nga ko seetaan di ko analyse ak di ko wax ay yenn stuff because of foofu rek la mun a play games mu express boppam ak yow tam nga gis through games nu moo lifin but dina àgga yenn side boo xam ne like gis nga développement bi àgg na yenn side boobu player bi waruloo ko bàyyi sa ay yenn for game ak yooyu sax ak yooyu you know so it's more of like training prepare through yow noo bëgg mu develop ak yooyu yeah.
Okay, ne ñu jaara foofu ñu ñëw si one of the most important boo xamante ni tam mu si question in line bi mooy ne how was the selection done the under 17 because back then question yi dañ lay daw favoritism mu def lay am so amutee nit wala xamuloo nit yow naka nga demoon da nga yëg ne comme okay I was selected or how was the selection process.
xam nga selection boobu dafa am certain young players yoo xam ne si ligue bi ñu ngi doon perform. xam nga fii before fii léegi da nga gis ne am na ñu bëri dañ stop like doo play league games but time boobu ñun we are young boobu ñu doon play league games so dafa am certain players yoo rek nga xam ne ñii nañ faa nekk understand lu ma mean ñii nañoo nekk si final selection bi because of true same performance si league bi ok bon sooy seetee dañ dee invite almost 50 players level the first daf lay am first stage of screaming after that stage then ñu isiwaat after that stage ñu isiwaat ba last stage boobu sax du dee nekkal final picking bi so da ngaa gis ne da ngeen dee nekk di train still ñu ngi searchaat yeneen top players so bañ am the real setup you know and sometimes nañ dee wax loolu comme ne kii dafa xam kii dafa xam boo xam nga bu coach bi ñëwee Osandudu mooy late Osandudu you know moom suñ buñ winee African Cup of Nations bi that selection then moom dafa ñëw at the beginning of course dafa am coaches yoo xam ne ñoo ko welcome boo ko kii nii la mel kële nii la mel kële la mel on san loolu beginning bi la waaw am na yoo xam ne ñu doon am but moom dafa experience on that time but after dafa ñëw gis the truth then after loolu is just your performance moo laa mun a teg amul kenn ku la faa mun a teg ñun suñ time and so seetee ñun suñ time it's more of hard working players and then even less talent ñoo xam ne they was like very 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 talented nga ne kii moom waaw bëriwutoon but hard working bi moo ëppoon ñun loolu moo taxoon tam daf ñu yóbbu fu sori waaw xol bi leen ko dee xol bi ak yooyu bi pare nañ united trop that is something so much very much important waaw ne because footballer léegi dañ dee ñaakal loolu and léegi footballer boo xamante am na talent bi believe nga ne kii soo ko seetaanee rek nga inspire kii dafa seen pro ba den carrière bi dee mën a dem because of lan football bi cër bu mu ko jox wala hard work bu mu ko laajte moom nekkul di ko jox I think that is something that they have to note on so let's say from that level and then under 17 million play ko ngeen ñëw how was the league on you ban team nga njëkk a player si league bi ok lu nit yi xamul waaw am na ñu ko xam like man before Walidaan may dem Walidaan train na Hawks time ma ñun ñoo nekkoon xale yu ndaw nekkoon maa soose fos yaa ngi understand lu ma min so gis nga maa soose bu maa soose di nekk ma ñu ngi nekk ay xale yu ndaw nekk seen xale yi you know so train na maa soose train na Hawks so then from Hawks then si la move because Hawks aw ma woon the enough chance bu ma amoo lu ma bugga comme il sometimes da ngaa dem no comme even like comme xam nga is a selection sometimes you can be lucky loolu tax ma di wax yeneen xale yi soo demee team defuñ la like the favorite it doesn't mean that you're not good enough it's just not your place so don't be disappointed don't go down and stuff so just motivate yourself and then seetal ñoo xam ne ñoom ñoo la soxla nga dem foofu so with Walidaan tam da ngaa gis ne maa ngi nekkoon koñ ak kenn ku nekkoon Walidaan mooy Madi Conte ak Assis Keita yaa ngi lu ma min so ñoom ñoo ma inform so kat ma Madi moo ma inform ne suma gars yi nañ la seetaan nawetaan but they will like to see you understand lu ma min so noonu laa demee Walidaan Alay Sarr mooy woon coach so first second day training rek Alay Sarr ma mu ne ma yow génnal so man bu ma waxee génn dama foog ne comme daf ma drop so fekk loolu it was like gis naa enough you are good enough understand lu ma min just go out so nga dem nga beneen team wante ñoom gisuñ loolu si yow nga am kenn koo xam ne mu gis loolu si yow so loolu tax always I say thanks to Alay Sarr because man moo gis suma talent from zero mu isi ma ak all other coaches yoo xam ne from nawetaan ak you have to say thanks to them because ñoom dem bokk nañ suma journey am nga ànd jone bu nekk dafa am koo xamante moo ko dee dama moo dee dama jàllal Alay Sarr nag man mooma ànd mu la dama rek mu ne laa caa fuddal after everyone see what I can do you know amazing so and then ñu ñëwee foofu léegi play nawetaan bi nga start di play Walidaan how many years nga play Walidaan and then how was the atmosphere on you during the nawetaan Walidaan dafa nekkoon team boo xam ne gëmuñ ñoon xale wali daan big names rek la ñu doon play foofu yëpp national team players lañ o Nigerian si free Tunisian si yu gars yi di isi yëpp they are national team players seen dëkka su nekkul national team te dañoo nekk under 23 players wali daan it was tough so man Ous Jallow Ziko Mot Cissé ñun ñoo ñëw break loolu yaa ngi understand ñun ñoo ñëw wone ak with the coach believe si xale Alaaji Sarr moo ñu jox that chance ñu ñëw at the same point mu ñoo start lo isi ñu si benn start lo ba ñu ñëw nekk the main player si suñ position after Tubaabo ñëw Moustapha Jaaju so gis nga setup boobu den nga am ñoom Baye Omar Samba ñoom Buuba Sonko nga am ñoom Lamarana Diallo ñoom Abdourahmane Kon Abdourahmane ñoom Abdullo ñoom Sadio so ma ngi laa woon ñoo xam ne yëpp national team player so soo toonee sa xool sa nga am ñoom Dawda Camara yaa ngi understand so setup boobu dafa sikko
So it has to be like dama war a fight
waaw and man lu may waxale yeneen ni breakthrough is not just playing first soo demee si team nga gis ne yow sa position always coach bi mu ngi demand lii mu ngi demand si players yow fa fekk ne lii this is what I want do this do that so you read that man dama dem straight first 3-4 days rek ma xam ne lu gaay manqué man noonu laa change suma boppa man melu ma woon noonu but I have to adopt to that quick so si 1 week boobu rek ma apply loolu then the coach am that trust in me di ma start ñu dem African Champions League Algeria I was so young and then key players ñoo fa nekk but I like start of ma start why because of lu mu soxla si that position man maa ngi koo deliver so young players have to read that it's important even be professional level they can use
that strategy. I think that's a very key note. This is the essence of the player's journey. This is why we want to bring experienced footballers from Gambian side now that represent and play and career throughout. Understand through guy work because to guy work so there must be something that we must take a lot. Understand? So you don't want to say that you just join in and right now we have an exclusive interview with ESohna, Gambian former retired pro, represent Gambia across all levels. And then under 17 bi chan teams you understand across level la represent Gambia be national side bi so te mom lañ togal mu ñu wax jaar jaaram bi ci national side su fekk ya ngay just setan subscribe agulo ñu la wax nga subscribe nga like video and you also share it pour ñeneen ñi ñu setan sa morom pro itam ñoo xamantene ñi nga gaay ka pro ñu ndam ñu jël ci ñu so let's continue on and bro to this other part how was the traveling with the national side during that time because right now right now they start to follow football you get complain a lot about national side so you need to have this right now to us the situation is worse so how was it at your side
before you mean the under 17 or senior national
let's say the under 17 let's start it from the under 17 traveling because of recently this one then I think it was the basketball if I'm correct right you don't travel to something like Guinea by bus. They have accidents and could be one footballer, like the players themselves, they enjoy traveling by bus. So which you never could deny. So we want to know how was the traveling with you people from the under 17 chan back then?
Foguma ne kenn dina happy for travel with bus boo xam ne there is a flight boo xam ne is 25 minutes to Senegal or to Guinea there is 1 hour flight understand so loolu yëpp lu ko dee cause yëpp mooy there is no phone or there is a phone then you ignore ko yaa understand so loolu moom is just wax rek la yaa understand ku nekk di nga bëgg a travel with flight moo ne nga gaaw moo ne nga easy okay so and for us ñun suñ time like of course am na time yoo xam ne dañ dee war a tukki to another African country so the tickets are more cheaper in Dakar in Senegal so still dañ doon travel with bus based Senegal then sometimes ñu fanaan foofu next day ñu jël flight or that same day si guddi boobu sax ñu jël flight so loolu yëpp mu ngi doon am time boobu to be honest yeah
let's say soo leen doon travel naka la ngeen doon travel what was the mean arrangement of traveling back then as a national
on the 17 bi moom like I say it's just normal loo xam ne dañ ñoo inform ne road bi na nga dem ba Sénégal jël flight dem and sometimes xam nga loolu yàgg na sax loolu mooy yu war a génn nga dem si airport bi di fa toog ay 12 hours so sometimes you have to sleep on the floor loolu am nga yàgg na to be honest like loo xam ne loolu ay 12 hours yaa ngi xaar flight loolu yëpp dunda nañ ko ok bon ñun suñ time boobu to be honest like ñun understand dañ doon complain that mooy neexut ñu woon bon dañ jiitaloon suñ dëkk moo si kanam ne this is we are sacrifice bi ñu ngi ko def pour suñ dëkka you understand but the thing is like luñ doon sacrifice ñun especially ñun luñ doon sacrifice before waru ñoon nangu mu dal suñ young ones si so we have to stop it the road have to be very easy for them nga xam ne suñ àggee they can be fresh recover early mun a prepare play so na nga gis ne yooyu yëpp daf leen mun a tax nga lose game so yooyu lañ war a wàññi and mu ngee wàññi but still des na sa moom with this travel road bi ak yooyu but change na side boobu but still des na trop sax
waaw soo waxee des na trop dañ bëgg nga leeral ñu wax because soo waxee yaa ngi
des na mooy exemple so xam nga yëpp affaire yi xaalis la te dafa mel ni nga gis flight bi sooy dem toog 1 hour rek ngay toog or maybe 45 minutes wala so wala but this price maybe for one person is 1,500 euro okay nga gis boo xam ne yu da ngaa toog for 5 hours then is maybe 800 euro understand ma so then they go for the cheaper one you know what I mean so loolu tam ma ne la with the fund yuy ñëw ak li ñoo am from the government ak yooyu at least war na ñoo mun a afford loo xam ne is easy pour ñu mun a àgga fu ñoo dem si destination bu ñoo dem ñu mun a teel a recall so this is what we are fighting for players they have to treat players in a high level of like nga xam ne like doing think anything is just to get ready get into the field no one will be complaining it's just to concentrate and perform
okay. So now before we come to the national side we want to take off this side more the famous under 17 understand we want you to take us the preparation towards the under 17 the traveling and the tournament for sure
xam nga ñun 2005 bi bala 2005 bi nañ travel on sa Swaziland tournament ak yooyu then from Swaziland that same team moo ñëw ak which def few changes so nañ yaagoon together boo nga xam ne nañ understand each other but ñun under 17 boobu xam nga nañ mel ni comme ay magaaraka ñu bokkante ak baay
ku nekk jonna morom
waaw kii su play kale warrior su kale play kale understand and then ku nekk moo di motivate ku nekk yaa understand ku nekk dafa motivate moromam and ku nekk soo nekkee si biti xam nga ne soo génnee doo ñëwaat because ku nekk si biti moo ne nga ay xiif pour am that chance so amee that chance ak yow doo duggawaat so the level of like ba pare the fairness boo xam ne is direct amut ay bias ak yooyu you know what I mean it's just your performance will make you play you know and ñun nañ amoon that confidence ne suñu score 2 dinañ la score 3 suñ la njëkkee score doo ñu score wante suñu score waat dinañ ñëwaat sa kaw so ñun suñu under 17 boobu noonu la meloon the spirit was too high confidence was too high so gis nga loolu moo lack right now it's more of they are fighting but you have few players fighting you have other players that they're just enjoying in themselves that I mean the national team and this national team dafa war a nekk so far duga is like is a military da ngaa ñëw saaf sa dëkk boo xam ne am not gonna you know what I mean joke am not gonna duma bàyyi nothing mu romba understand so ñun te loolu pour ñu amaat loolu dafa war a start from the top ñu amee ñu responsible pour Gambian football mu dem si coach si den mu aaga si players si but su fële su seriosité mu aaga si coach bi tam jëlu thing serious then players itam noonu la ñoo demee yaa ngi understand so dafa am so many things yoo xam ne yu ñu war a change yoo xam ne bro we have the talent but it's just the structure again the foundation again we have to build
that's right gis nga lu ma dee wax mooy ne like ñu ngi ko dee wax tamit ñu ne noo mun di am talent when the oneness is there and comme xol bi mu fa ragaluñ kenn comme loolu nekk di wax under 17 bi loolu leen amoon we can say if not the same kind of spirit leen gisoon si yéen si first Afcon bi but similar one leen gisoon si yéen because the first Afcon we can even see the footballers we are hungry like most of us will say or some will even say even without a coach this national team would go because everyone was hungry for that was the first Afcon for Gambia to qualify and everyone want Gambia to be proven understand so let's say that under 17 bi boo leen start on di dóor ay team yu mag yi dëgg yu am tour like naka la spirit bi di demee because xam nga ne player moom soo demee ba nga dóor koo xamante mu ngi am tour dafa am beneen spirit bu mu dee yokka si yow
ñun ñoo nekkoon nit yoo xam ne ñun players yoo xam ne suñ play tey perform ñëpp yuuxu next game dafa mel ni defuñ dara last one bi xam nga loolu dafa important si nit even your personal, your individual la nga war a am loolu. Don't feel too big ne you perform good in this game and next game da ngaa ñëw nga def ñun amuñ loolu. ñun dañoo play tey boobu romb na. The next game is fresh, is a final again. Every game is a final. And suñ training ground bi tam daf doon tense. We push each other. So ñun nuñ dee training noonu lañ dee play. xam nga loolu dafa important. So ñun time boobu suñ dee play under Sénégal nañ dee xeeb gaay xeeb minute ne duñ suñ dee play gaay suñ level du dee xëcc ci Sénégal. That's the truth ah. ñun under yi ni Sénégal du taxaw suñ kanam time boobu. ñun under ñun suñ catégorie woon dafa sikkoon trop. dañ dee nekk di play sax we feel like ne ñun ñu ngi fa but loolu tawut ñu feel big. But right now tàggat bi moo dee body si du ñëpp de.
waaw dafa bluff
am nga àgga si national team bi nekkul ñëpp de.
waaw
yes players who are hungry. So dafa am yenn players yoo xam ne dañ leen war a teel a code bi mooy hey fii du caa fii fighting la. You have to fight to earn this jersey from the beginning. Strict. But maslaha moo dee isi loo xam ne dafa build si groupe bi then mu continuer. ñun léegi soo seetee national team bi nañ dem ba léegi bugg a feel too confidence ne Sénégal ñoo ñu mun man loolu daf ma dee merlo.
nga xalaat ne tey moom loolu leen doo sarge.
non ñun du sar ñun ok.
I mean you don't play with them.
play leen gars yi man suma game suma play against Sénégal yëpp win ma wala lose ma draw la 1-1 ok lose ma under yi moom nañ doon win gars.
waaw loolu laa doon wax nii.
waaw. So da nga gis ne léegi ñun nañ bëgg a feel even fans yi nañ bëgg a some of the fans nañ bëgg a feel ne Sénégal ñoo ñu mun so loolu gis nga suñ ko demee ba ko def si ñun dafa continuer every time suñu dem we go with that feeling na ñoo ñu mun na ñoo dem play rek non munuñ ñu they are ahead of us through statistic ak yooyu but football sometimes it's not about that, it's about the willingness to do it, to fight and then play as a team ak yooyu for the nation. Understand?
That's right. So, bala ñu ñëw a little bit of your international career, ñu ñëw si Afcon side bi. Let's say boole winner under 17 trophy bi ñëw home welcome. How did you guys see that home? Because ñu ngi nekkoon doo dañ ko daan dégg rek.
No, loolu is so nice. nga host dara win ko ba pare time boobu soo seetee the fans behind us man bro ñun suñ dee dugg si film nga gis ñu dee jooy wala ñuy national anthem bi dem di jooy parce que yaa ngi gis the crowd mairie ñun suñoo dem mairie yëpp ñu ngi génn yaa understand ñun time boobu bro loolu doo mun a xam nga day something loo xam ne daf la dee motivate ba nga xam ne affaire la so win loolu rek it was something loo xam ne like ok jox nañ suñ nit yi luñ deserve they have trust in us they are out because da ngaa gis ñu jógee ba Basep di ñëw fii seen mbokk yi som di dem si stadium bi 12 o'clock di fa tëdda di fa fanaan ak yooyu just to watch us understand what I mean so loota loo xam ne la it was a moment of like yes we did it for our people.
Amazing. You're déggandoo Amen. I think this is something that they need to understand. Fans sometimes they go through a lot of traumas. You understand? For football, more than football match is fans ba léegi ñu ngi si football bi their match is not after 90 minutes ñoom after 90 minutes dañ dee play. You understand? So they leen dee seeraale fans yi it is very important. So let's talk about switching to international pro léegi. One time la guys started to knock at the door of ESohna. And how was it at that point in time for Gambians traveling outside, receiving international pro contracts?
xam nga ñun suñ time dafa métti woon trop pour am chance foo ko mun a amee mooy national team under 17 under 20 ak yooyu so ñun under 17 bi it was the African Cup of Nations in Gambia fii then it was a chief scout bam is from Chelsea on bu kooku moom njëkk a scout he was a Ghanaian British Casey Duku I can remember the name so moo ñu scout on fii man la woon Zico Mod Cissé ak Ousmane Diallo so boobu mooy woon first lifin te dafa demoon ñëwaat so bu mu ñëwee mu ñëw suñ kër ne waxtaan ak suma famille ak yooyu comme ne lii la bëgg ak lii understand so boobu mooy woon the first so then after man Mod Cissé ak Zico ak Zarrel so ñun ñetta ñoo demoon foofu the first time boobu mooy woon the first pour génn fii dem for trials.
So then boo leen àggee as a Gambian footballer boo xamante ne si suuf bi la ko rokkee ba national side first time in overseas no àggee no comporté sa boppa how did you fight until you have at least a nga sign ko si pen because xam ne ne footballer ñoo xam ne dañ dee dem ñib si duñ ko dee mun a lokki li am ko.
But even with us there's a long way for us before we sign. Because buñ demee foofu tam it's like everything went good because ñun nañ dem xam nga player dafa am player yoo xam ne in football dañ dee raw xam nga player bu raw dafa nekk koo xam ne fu mu dem rek dafa mun a fit loolu tax ñu dee scout dañ dee ut player boo xam ne dafa raw it's more of like yow amuloo complexe foo dem di nga fit to the system di nga xeex di nga joxe everything. Okay, ñun ñetta yëpp buñ demee we did good because nañ àndoon ak late Omar Sy mooy woon the GFF president woon because of we was young and Omar Sy moo àndoon ak ñun so ñu ngi stay si Chelsea hotel bi si boppam so we train few days then after from foofu si leen dem the World Cup ñu ngi doon def preparation bi in Miami si leen meet from that first trial si leen dem Miami meet the group so after loolu sax boobu demutoon through negotiations ak yooyu so after loolu jàll after si la Zik am chance dem Grasshopper Swiss trainer guy ak yooyu boobu tam demut pour Zik Ous Jallow tam am fu mu dem different man tam the same thing delluwaat after boobu na ma delluwaat in England with West Ham waaw dellu naa West Ham train na Birmingham train na Tottenham so man that time xam nga role bu ma doon play it's like most of the big teams then don't look for that role. But that time, you lot of time will come England no easy to get in to play with the paperwork or you time you for the play. But then time will have hard on put Gambian because of the rules of like national team like the state being agree. So then the other teams you don't try more to sign us and loan us. So like Chelsea try on loolu ak ñoom yóbbu ñu Westerlo man Ous ak Zik yëpp demoon nañ Westerlo Belgium train a guy for few weeks 3 weeks or 1 month but the negotiation bi demul right like I said but man suma career dëgga fu ma ko start mooy Norway Sandefjord but the same chief scout in Chelsea moo ma yóbbu Norway so Norway nam fa aga man ak Ken Mansare then after 1 week rek 3 days la guy ne they want to sign si leen start negotiation bi then man foofu laa start suma career in Norway so Norway def naa for almost 5 seasons because first contract bi maa ngi sign on 2 years but 2 years boobu dama play 5 games rek guy ooma guy yaakam because gis nañ understand so guy nee nañ bugg a change out the contract si la ma guy jox better contract ak yokka fa another 3 years so mu nekkoon 5 years waaw.
Amazing. I think this is going to be an inspiration to a lot of Gambian footballers because ñu bari dañ ne foog ne okay dem naa once a trial neeguma ko out man te pro do small way out donc biñ dee xam ne comme the successful ones ñoo xam ne ñu ngi toog guy they have encountered different challenges xalaataat nañ ñi back that dem xam nga ne talent baa fa understand or maybe people work is supporting them wala ñu don't struggle to fit in from one team to another not because of the talent but the talent was already there team yi bugga nañ leen but people work si moo leen doon jafe right now that is no longer a problem in Gambia ñu ngi gis Gambia ñoo xamante ne mosuñ tapale national side and ñu ngi dem di sign pro
non comme c'est vrai comme suma académie bi am na ñoo xam ne third division sax play
and they are already
sign pro so léegi yoon bi dafa lifin dafa ubbi na but your player bi yaa war a just be ready and yaa ngi doon wax benn point for young players meaning nga dem 1 trials 2 trials méeguloo ko minute ne you're not gonna make it and minute ne you have to put yourself so low so down no there is some players if they tell you their story bro even top players me Osime boy gis ne Osime Nigerian player bi dafa dem in Belgium 2 teams loon dem ne ko he is not good enough and other African players but then buñ demee to the right team ak time bi ak foo xam ne foofu la yàlla wane time jël what happened now world class player right So bul musa mer, bul musa give up, bul musa lifin ak yoy. Just come back, work hard again, wait for the chance again.
Amazing. Maybe and then Sohna sign up, bro. Player na Denmark. So let's see, and then this name from Denmark, this other country, I struggle to pronounce their name. Understand? In the other around Filaneka, from Norway rather, Norway. Then you move to this other country, Finland, and then Finland to other. Is it the other? What is the name of the country? Help me.
Azerbaijan.
No, I know of Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan, yeah, Kuwait.
Kuwait, yes, that is also known, and the
Kazakhstan.
yeah, Kazakhstan.
Finland.
Yeah, Finland. You understand? So you have touched across European countries. You understand? You have played in all levels. So now let's look at these key questions. What is the different gap between Gambian football and the international football in the European base? That young footballers that are in this country have to build themselves into loolu lañ war a def seen boppa balaa gaa di àgga foofu nga mën a gis ne faa yomb si gaay.
Everyone knows that there is a big difference. You know, but that difference, you have to Moylan hard work. They see a lot of efforts, you understand, and concentration and sacrifice to be professional. You understand? So, the problem be, players, they have everything in their hand, but then they forget suñ travel loolu mu ngi wàññeeku léegi suñ travel rek comme the same level bi fii moo nekk foofu no it's different bro the tempo sax yeneen yi it's different bro bool bi nu moo dawee ak nuñ laa pressé sax du benn you know what I mean but if you are ready you work hard you're ready to put in the work bro sometimes you take 3 days 4 days 5 days to fit in to the system but if you're a player boo xam ne da nga lay teel a doylu da nga lay teel a satisfy and nga feel too big ak yooyu loolu tax ñu bëri dafa méttee gaay but léegi I see ne most of these young players tam léegi ak ñu leen nekk di manage they are putting the work making them ready even before traveling because especially man suma academic when you are not ready you're not ready even su la scout jëlee mu ne la he wants you I will tell the scout or the sport director the truth he is good but give him time, give him 3-4 months for me to work on him before he travels.
I think, Anna, this is the most important part what they were, and I will come to that part because we're going to go into the academics part anyway. That is ex-players new into the sport aspect, the important boom they amal for. We'll go to that discussion. So let's say it, and then let's talk about the national side now. When was the first time you were called at the big national side? Let's say playing on different levels. Okay, you know, ESohna has to come and represent Gambian national level side now.
I think under Mancini, the Italian coach, it was 2008 against Algeria at home. Yeah, but it's like first, I received an email. Let me just get ready and sir, we need some information about your team. Okay, maybe something is coming for the national team. So then after then, my club received the invitation. Then after training the the national team have invited. So really it was like a dream come true. Playing all categories, but madam they set up a goal. This year, this is what I'm gonna work for. This is what I wanna win. So it motivated me to even push more. So that stage, we must sign in 2007. Then the money on 1 year la buga work.
National side.
National side. Oh. So this is how I work. Nowadays, I just feel comfortable on my, on my shoulder, my leg. I put pressure on myself. So I receive it as okay. Then this is something which is like achieve now something. And it was against Algeria, and then I think then we did 2-1, something like that. Then Manyon Sibenjo. So the good thing about that game, Man Sibenjo, I was so young, and then second half, then everyone was saying, Sohna, bring Sohna, Mangi take a look. And what is that? So like in a more. So Bumo make out man. So Bumo don't do that. I'm on too much living Bohamne. Come there, I'm gonna go in and kill myself, and then I want them to invite me again. This is not gonna be my last time. So I think the second half then it was Manabia Hofland Dugalon. and they was leading us nañ ñëw rek pam mën a beer up ñu change everything and moom si boppam mu score so depuis loolu nag man si la ma gaay doon continuer de duñ doon seetaat kii dafa young nañ xaar ak kii because nañ gis ne I'm ready.
Amazing. I think loving one over important because like first call up national side. You are so much happy that national side Bama oh man you represent fully. It is my dream come true. Target nako. And the most importantly to me is gonna be a home gym. Bama then fan yep ñu ko. Gis nañ la nawetaan seetaan nañ la across other levels yëpp yaa ngi toog si benn bi yaa ngi dégg sa own people they are demanding for you to come in the peak and nga ñëw nga deliver loo xamante ne most footballers unfortunately are not experiencing. How do you think that is killing some of them their spirit?
For them not to play at home?
Yes.
This is catastrophic. For me, I don't feel one. It's something which is like, I feel sad. And then I'm feel for other players who have not call. Maybe doing the Musa Oyat and amuñ the time for one Sembopa at home. You understand what I mean? So that's why every Gambian is frustrated, not happy with what is going on, and that's why everyone is putting pressure on the GFF and the government, because if you hear the stadium to the government, they are part of it to take care of it. You understand what I mean? So, and now you can see like they are putting some pictures that the grass is getting ready, but now they have to approve it. So I just wish and I'm praying that it will be ready so that some players will have chance to play at home, because it's a different feeling. The last African Cup of Nations, if you see like we don't qualify, it play a part. Play a part. Because about many games, you need the home support. The home.
I'm gonna say a gym specially. Sorry, against Gabon. Man, anytime we are going to meet Gabon, GFF, please make sure that Gabon, we host Gabon in our country. I want that country. I want like that day. I'm not going there to report. I'm going there as a fan. We have to traumatize those people. Huh? All jokes aside, it's football though. You understand? Yeah. So like GFF, they always come back to defend themselves in that side. We know that Nehud, ex-player Nehud la, current players in Nehud guy, but they don't have the voice to say it. New body, then they blame footballers. And they want there are things that they are going through. And at some point in time, you do not back up when you people are silenced. So how was it when you were in the system and you know things weren't going right and you can speak about it?
But man, I'm going to play about man. I don't. Man, depuis bu ma nekkee under 17, xam nga something nga bàyyi xel, but man dafa am yoo xam ne moo de mën a hold back loolu dafa natural si man. Man ba suma professional level play naa ak Omar Colley in Coups. Su ñu amee meeting moom ma dee daf ma dee nekkati. Honestly, ma nekk nit boo xam ne loolu mënuma ko, even fu ma doon aane I speak out when things are not going right. So man, even on the end, na ma nekk nit boo xam ne I will be forced to fight. But soo nekkee player am na yenn things yoo xam ne tam di nga fight wante doo mën a succeed. You know what I mean? And dinañ ko dégg some ñu try pour change wante du dee demee yoon. But soo demee ba time boo xam ne tam xam nga experience nga loo xam ne is not right, then nga bàyyi, then I think you can put more gas pour yow loo dem through bu ko xale yi dem through, because it's very important. Du man players yu bëri am na ñuy try, am na ñu nekk di ko def, am na ñoo nekk di ko def, but we have to fight in a way boo xam ne ñun luñ dem through xale yi waruñ koo dem through.
So before I'll come to the famous Afcon, boo leen def loo xamante ne every Gambia is proud of all of you people. Damaa ñëw into a little bit. What is that disappointing moment boo am a federation boo xamante ne you didn't even imagine a federation could do that aside, because dafa am yoo xamante ne ñun dañ dee wax ne comme okay, for us that are outside, we always blame you people if you come on the pitch you do not perform. Genuinely. Because xam nañ ne what you are capable of. Let's say ESohna, we know what you do. We know you're not going to do it. You understand? We have watched you across all levels. You know what ESohna mail this mail become community break ball. So we always, I'm a fan of the lawyer. Then you support the election, you just play on, you went well on you without knowing why is he performing like that. Because I'm not nobody really happen behind the scene. Bala footballer they new on people who perform. Preparation we have the play count in footballers' performance. So then you can have me come. sometimes lu dee cause that national sides comme seen lack of delivering bi yan some faram prepare lack of preparation moo dee bu la football ay dee go through yoo xamante ne daf lay cause ne seen performance daf lay drop down.
You're talking in general, right?
Yes.
Okay.
During the
come games, right?
Yeah, games.
So moments where you have.
Wow.
No, I know sometimes. I'm in a moment, it's not only about the federation or the coach. Sometimes we players do have to take blame. If I'm playing games, it's us. Perform to the standard. Okay, lolu mung fa football you have to say the truth. Am na yeneen yoo xam ne dafa am bés yoo xam ne dafa am players yoo xam ne performance to the standard te loolu laf ñu cause loo xam ne ñu lose ak yooyu so mu dem tam loo xam ne tam sometimes daf lay nekkal loo xam ne tam the preparation demut right maybe ñu ngi def long traveling recovering quick ak yooyu comme lu ma doon wax rek mooy flight bi jël ay nekk si airport 12 hours 8 hours ak yooyu den nga àgga sa noppalekuloo demaat trainaat si day bi wala fooy dem parce que yeneen team si dañ la dee mën a yóbbu fu yeneen dëkk dañ la dee mën a yóbbu fu sori fooy dem training loolu yëpp pour def la nga sonn am nga tactique la.
Gabon si la bokk.
waaw so da ngay gis ne yooyu yëpp nañ ko dee def ok sometimes yooyu daf ko dee cause loolu tamit we have to start to work then ñu mun a wàññi loolu ok so sometimes tam daf lay nekk loo xam ne football daf lay mun a am it's not your day it's not your day. ok loolu def lee mun a am but man personally du ma dee bëgg a believe loolu it's not your day as a footballer it's just may dem ba ñu ne kii playut sa wante dafa war a nekk in a level boo xam ne nañoo ne waaw kii playut de but joxe na even bés bi sa nekkul sa best sa but it have to be in a standard boo xam ne at least nit yi dañoo ne dëgg ñuy lose nañ wante kii joxe na ok so loolu moo dee ne nga cause suñ defee nii mooy préparation bu bon sometimes individual players sometimes team bi lu ñu so loolu mooy reality bi.
Yeah, comme loo nekk di wax to support you mooy mel ni comme last Afcon bi qualified wuñ boo den country bi da ngaa gis ne complain wuñ that much boo gis ne ne booy ñu ngi ko doon joxe all out da ngay soog ne at some point in time dañ dee toog sax ñëpp amoon na hope ne nañ ko mën a make sax just ay slight errors yi ñoo dee am rek ñu am yu so loo xam ne is part of football but then they dem all out in for it so léegi let's talk about the famous Afcon preparation bi naka la meroon Gambia buñ oowee ne bañ ok qualified nen or let's say some during the qualified processes how was the hunger in you people no leen doon prepare for it to see it because there was this general rumor I don't know whether it's true that ne Gambia su qualified on that Afcon then you don't ban ñu isi ay footballers yi young ones yi ñu nocco ñoom we wouldn't play football I don't know for some period of years.
Like the federation gonna change?
No, then CAF was going to ban Gambia. That was in the
if we don't qualify.
If we don't qualify, lo xamantene come right now, I would say based on my knowledge cannot happen. But then could dig a lot in the communities. So we want to know like how was the motivation because the football team win this or that year was a different. The hunger, everything you have no longer push everything was intact.
Yeah, xam nga boobu moom wax la rek understand nga lu ma mel but ñun players yi ñun nañ motivate on si bopp to the high xam nga experience dafay important dafa am lot of squad soo ko dee choose you don't only choose about only playing da nga war a choose ay leaders tam ñun Afcon boobu loolu nañ amoon ay leaders tam ñoo xam ne dañ dee mën a dëggaat lii déedéet waaw kii di nelaw you understand what I mean in a positive way Afcon but we have mixed experience and it worked out for us you understand what I mean yeah and the other thing moo nekk ñun nañ ko gisee woon lii this is the first time we are going to the Afcon because people take us like we're just gonna visit well ñun suñ boppa nañ doon wax ne we're going there to put our name they're gonna respect us no one respect us now but before the tournament finish everyone gonna speak about us ñuy lekka ñuy dox ñuy lifin this is the thing in our ear nga play nga toog si bench bi nga gis kuy play sa position gisuloo nga am chance booy waxa moom jox nga ko we push and the sacrifice was top sacrifice bi mooy xam naa ne exemple Ablaye tey su wàccee yenn wàcce yi dina wàcce wante su wàccee yenn wàcce yi du mun a def yenn yi so da nga gis player boo xam ne kuy play def that extra job for Ablaye nga gis Baro ne kii su defee nii su ma ko feesalee lii su ma ko defalee this job dinañu mun a jox extra da ngaa gis ne player boobu dafa def that extra then moom mu mun ñoo defaat that extra so that balance dafa nekkoon si national team boobu so amee national team boo xam ne dafa dem bi nga ne ku nekk feel ne he's big to do the dirty work or to do the extra then there is a big problem. You see? So this is the difference.
That's why
Amut feel big. Like me, when I was playing for the national team, I'm ready to do three donkey jobs for everyone to look good, and we have other players like that. Sometimes I will say to players, "Jarut no watch, stay if you have." You know what I mean? Then I do that work, and then joko for him, mungi fresh at mungi more close to go and score and do the things happen for us. So lolo balance bobu la fa wara am ci national team is not club. Foog nga am leaders, foog nga am ñu pare de la extra. ñëpp duñ mun a téye ball di play foog nga am ñoo xam ne dañoo téye ball play but suñ lose dañ war a switch. It's just nga am ball nga nekk Messi. But when you lose the ball you have to change to Gattuso. yaa ngi understand? So foog mix boobu am nga mun a succeed si national team. It's different from clubs.
comme li moo nekkoon di secret bu nekkoon si national side because ñun ñu bari xamuñ doon lii. You understand? It was unique. With being an underdog, comme noo ko waxee underdog, but we went to a point that they were like a country that everyone has to be careful of. Exactly. Understand? Because soon wins is soon go xoolee sax it is not up for big goals. Then laa ñëw kal la si yëpp. Joel la Romba to a point that even the juniors were not able to believe that Jalanen guy. You understand? So let's say you know when on pick, rolling their job. And let's come off pick. How was the team connection between players connection? Because from that they contribute a lot.
Among group. Everyone. Mun naa dugg si néegi kii te ñu ngi campé mo toog vibes kii mun naa dem fekk fa le vibes so ñun yëpp nañ doon mix up amuñ groupe ñii ak ñii rek ñooy toog ñii ak ñii ñooy waxtaan non ñun ñëpp nañ mënoon a vibes and loolu dafa important si groupe that spirit amul kenn koy gis ne kii mu ngi play mu ngi mer mun ngaa mer because of you want to play in a positive way because you want your chance but doo dee mere kuy play ne nanga ko ene lu bon or whatever so man lu ma doon gis foofu la da ngaa gis kii di play kii mu ngi play suma position sa play wu ma but dafa ñëw mu ne ma trial li kii lii lam di def ko xam nga loolu rek itself it motivates
yaa ngi ko jël loopholes yoo xamante ne daf ko war a fata balaa ñu consider goal
dina def loolu nga xam ne ñëpp benn lañ kon ñëpp ñu ngi bëgg ñu am success
that's right I think that's most important because loolu tam dafa bokkal loo xamante ni ñu ko daw so let's talk about one side of football boo xamante ne ñu bari dañ ko question more especially against fuñ droppé mooy Cameroon before defensive football baa doon daw ñu ngi dem but suñ wiinee dañ ko dee faate but suñ lusee rek ñëpp jooyee xantu coach bi Gambian doesn't want defensive football dañ bëgg a attaque dañ bëgg a def yéen ñu nekkoon si biir pic bi what was with you people
am nga like in football ma wax la one thing dafa am tactique yoo xam ne mun na laa win loo dafa am yoo xam ne mun nañ laa lose loo dafa am nooy approach game rek you are gone so for me that game I feel ne we did okay but we can do mun nañ doon def more mooy buñ concentrate on more of like ñi Cameroon lañ we just wanna play even less attacking football for me you know what I mean mënoon nañ doon defense in a way but then the transaction should be more faster and war na release suñ players ñuy more attack then dina tax ñoom duñ ñëw with numbers for me that game loolu mooy loo xam ne luñ def loo xam ne it was wrong but that's football because we give them like that game laa gis ne nañ jox Cameroon a little bit of respect and waruñ doon jox guys that respect
I think and then even generally Gambian view loolu moo fi ne because soo ko xoolee buñ consider goals ñu consider boo leen jéenee narrative dafa change
loolu dafa war a nekk from the beginning bon soo toogee comme kaay ni Cameroon yi ak big game yi parce que ñun suñ tournament boobu yëpp defense football suñ attaque bi dafa soo gaaw
waaw
so gis nga loolu ak Cameroon suñ ko startam from the beginning mais bi ñu ñoroon njëkk a score Cameroon ngay wàcc But football, like I say, dafa am du dee xew pour dara mun a xew ak yooyu so loolu da ngay ne war nañ see jàngee ak yooyu ñu fa nekka ou ñoo xam ne gis nañ ak yooyu ñu jàng si loolu den loolu mu ñëw boobu ngeen dalaat.
Amazing. So let's say yen yangi bokon si the leadership of that team because experience one ngeen xale ñu leen join on ya don't push. There was this narrative ne okay maybe leaders yi dañ wara push footballers yi ñu jéem all out when the coach asks you guys to stay. ñeneen leen day wane waruñ ta def loolu. So do you think as a footballer at some point in time the coach mu leen jox loo xamante ne nekkul di work comme in a situation like that you feel like okay dañ war a jéem do you think that the leaders yi war nañu push that or was that even a good?
No, loolu def lay am si football because sometimes coach bang si biti but nam laa jox one thing in football game plan of the coach you have to respect it but you can switch it in a positive way boo xam ne moom sa du am lu moo wax if you're gonna switch it or change it it have to be loo xam ne lu nga make sense than boobu am na games yoo xam ne nit yi am nga supporters you just watch they win they score okay but dafa am games yoo xam ne def nañ ko but people outside cannot see even in the qualifying round if you see when we went to Angola at the beginning ñu toog ñu xaar ak yooyu you know what I mean but after ñun players yi ñoo jël de go ne ñi suñ toogee di xaar nañ do work but gis nga after naka lañ def you know so what I mean so loolu nañ ko dee def si games yi but dafa am games yoo xam ne game plan bi moo laa mun a win loo moo laa mun a jël loo point lu nit yi understand mooy to qualifying round dafa different like the main tournament qualifying round dafa am games yoo xam ne danga ko dee set up ne game bi only 1 point is okay for me danga ko dee nata so loolu tax this coach was so good in that dafa am points yuñ soxla dafa am yuñ lii suñ demee ñu win 3 points is good but waruñoo ñaaka that game because dafa am luñ set up already that's why we qualified back to back because there was a plan how we're going to qualify but people who watch football in a different way you cannot blame them you want to achieve something then you know if you do this you're going to achieve it when you do it you achieve it is it a fail?
No, it's a success.
It's a success. So Lowland, some fans have to understand. In a game, so you just need points, and that point is massive in the next games coming. Yeah.
A great one. Understand? Very explained and a brief session. Now marathon na mu ngi daw ba den. So ñu leen amee opportunity, I think it's very good because the issue is am yéen dafa jafe. Understand? I'm not saying you guys are complex to have, but then having you is valid. If someone has it and then the person needs to capitalize, then wax loo leen loo xamante ne dafa njëriñ upcoming footballers yi ak Gambian football fans yi. So let's say there is this point boo xamante ne nit yi dañ ko talk about a lot. And seen footballers yi sax dañ ci talk about loo xamante ne was the first time we see Gambian footballers coming out to address a matter that they are going through in the federation. Mooy seen ticketing bi after Afcon. So you want to understand that. Boobu.
It's like 1 + 1 for me. But I think I was one of the first person who even, you know.
Yes.
But lu ma bëgg nga understand more. So again, quarterfinals. xam nga ne soo winee you go through, so lose you go out, right? So our point was like, you know that if we lose, we have to go back home. So nga war na organize loolu already, stand by, pam, top.
Yes.
Understand what I mean? So defutee loolu rek lay xew ñun su fa tegee 1 day 2 days ñu nekk di génn ñu génn yëpp the next day rek dem nañ wala that same guddi sa dem nañ.
Waaw loolu lañ lay gis ci football.
Very very organized, okay? And when Jogun start to this, like I always say that in other platforms. Okay? It's like dañ lekk stop ñu like a question, why are we still here? And then ñoom ñu ne xamuñ this is the person who take care of this. You know what I mean? So waxee kii wala li so like we Jogun rek def le so ñu gis ne maybe there is something hiding, but this hiding thing lu ko mën a génne rek mooy speak out mu àgga to the government or àgga fu mu war a àgga, then we're gonna know the truth. Oh, they're gonna save us from there quickly. That's what we did, and then things changed quickly. So this is the thing I'm talking about in Gambian football. It should not be like that. but something they happen in a professional way. So this is a thing, small things, but very important.
We understand that I'm the footballer ñoo xamante jotoon nañ jëndal seen bopp ticket and then to leave. You understand, because it's important that am na lu koy nekk di dawal so lu see tournament luñ dee wax ñun sa fans nañ ko dee wax tey moom duñ fanaan fi gars ñi bàyyi ñibbi. You understand loolu moo fa war a nekk lu ñu surprise mooy after that wonderful performance, even though you guys were out, the intention was to get a trophy for us. The fan base in this country wanted to receive you people. We appreciate what you guys have done for us. Yeah. You understand? That was the reality. But okay, that disappointing factor, them speak out. How was the federation reaction to you people when you speak out? Because nobody more happen, they keep low key and munko. But this time, okay, this we have to talk about it.
Even the federation at that point, they choose someone, he's the one taking care of the chartered flight. So for them, it's like they point someone that he's the one taking care of the chartered flight. So that means that it's not them. And you cannot take yourself out. You're in.
You're in. That's not possible. Yeah.
So, I mean, this is what they did that time. But for me personally, I mean, they cannot take themselves out. All of them, they're in because every decision is like they have to take it together. Okay. But for me personally, what I understand is like, that's why we have to work on that. If you see a delay and having in something, then it's like there's something behind it. Maybe there's not like maybe they don't pay the full money, or maybe the charter flight they hire, maybe the level of the the agreement is not at the top. Just maybe to save money, and that money, where is it going? It's in their pocket, not to us or not to the nation. You understand? So this is the things we have to change. So we have to, people top at the top, they have to, put the Gambia number one before their pocket or anything. You know what I mean? So for me, this is how I view it, through my experience
with them. Okay, let's talk about the bonus aspect you definitely had at you. So now let's say if you are gonna read the federations, the past federation, the past regime, because we understand that there's a new regime that is coming, the past regime. If you are going to read them, the federation, their corruption rate, let's say out of 100, what percentage are you going to give them? And maybe you can explain.
For me, the achievement they make, and that's like all of us, like for us to qualify for the first time in their time. You know what I mean? But if you have to rate a federation in higher, it have to be like they have make a lot of development in terms of football pitches. You know what I mean? And then grassroots football is in top. You know what I mean? So for me, if those things are not in place, then there is a big fail for me. You know what I mean? Because if you are moving or you are leaving, at least they should say that this federation they are the one who brought this project. But every project coming on is unfinished, or is in a level that it's just like you say we are playing at Dipakunda in Chuptown. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. You know, so it have to be like top. But for me, it's I can say like they should be happy that okay happen come the same time that the okay. But then in terms of development, is zero. Because since I was playing Wali Dan before and up to now, if I check at the football level and the league, it's even better than before.
Yeah, I would even agree with you because you did say earlier on that you used to have footballers that would play for other countries, their national side, or you understand, they are chan teams, they are.
That league was good.
Yeah, and coming to Gambian league and playing there, that means that our league was good back then.
Of course.
Understand? But now, which country of those will leave their leagues and come to Gambia to play
like
in Gambian league?
Players who were playing in their national team to leave their country and come to Gambia now is impossible. But before we have players from Sierra Leone national team, Jamil, Mohamed, all of them they was playing here. And all the top Sierra Leonean players and Nigerian players that they are playing there on the 23 coming to Gambia here, top players. But that will never happen now. So it will be even much better now that even Senegal players, their top players will be leaving their league to come to Gambia. For me, this is how I will rate it, that yeah, we are doing good. But if we are in the same level of like that time, I remember Walid, and even we received like 3,000 that time, and now still now some teams are paying $1,000. So what is the difference?
It has gone back.
You understand what I mean? So that's why, thanks to the old that, you have been working, you have been doing good with us, yeah, late Bobby,
So let's say the federation, you have been a stakeholder now. You see a lot of footballers that you have played together with or that seniors you. But after everything, they do decide that, okay, I cannot go back to this system. It's too corrupt. Or it's not a system that are willing to go. But you choose to come and make it different. Why did you have that ambition, or why did you choose that?
For me, everyone with your own passion and what you want to contribute in, because for me, before ending my football, it's something like I said, this is what I want to do. And even when I was playing professional, I was having an academy, and some of these players have passed through that academy, the ESohna Academy in Wundung here, London. You understand? So I have been having this since I was playing. So this is something that made me happy to help kids, put them in the right direction, give them opportunity. But then I was not here, then it was not going the way, it's supposed to go, like the way I want it. So that's why I say, okay, I'm going to concentrate on my career. And then when I finish, then I will step in again. It's something that which is like you have to have a heart to do it, because it's something that you're going to invest money, your time. So if you're not ready for that, then stay away. And some people, like I say, it's not to blame some other people that they are not coming home and why they don't do this. But we don't know their situation.
That's right.
Some after football, maybe they have planned something different from coming home to do this. Or maybe they are not ready to take that fund and put it in that sacrifice, what you're going to get back, because it's a gamble.
I'm gonna say for now, Gambia now, the stakeholder, what we understanding is that there's no much supporting fund from the federation to the stakeholders. So let's say, then, how is the life of a stakeholder in Gambia, like as a football owner, football club owner? How is the life?
No, the life, even for me in third division, okay, I would say I'm even spending even more than some other first division and second division. My players can, what I mean, access to that, because I'm doing more for players. You know what I mean? Like, and now compare that to first division, second division. You have to have the heart. You have to love football, bro, to go into Gambian. Because even if you win the league, it's like what you are spending for 2 months, giving fares. It's more than what they're giving you for the league when you win it. I'm giving you example. You know what I mean? So where are you going to make your money? It's like when you're marketing. So if you don't have that strategy or that contacts of marketing, so what will happen? You're going to drain. So that's why you see some people start and then after run. Some people, maybe it's 4 or 5 people putting hands. You know what I mean? But if you are alone taking care of everything, then you really have to have a big heart to continue, or start to market some players that you have money to continue. You know what I mean? So in Gambia here, there's nothing that stakeholders are earning from the GFF or sponsor or stuff. So it's really difficult with them. That's why the first division and second division, the owner, I feel sorry for them, but at the same time, some of them they are not helping themselves to choose a system which doesn't support them to the highest.
That would bring me to the election cycle. You understand? We understand that election is coming. And previously we have this allegation that stakeholders do take bribery for vote. Even they know that this person is not the best option, it's not helping the system, but then the person will come and bribe them, they will vote for him.
Well, there's 1+1. In Gambia here, some stakeholders, for me, I call them their chief. Because it's not, like, what Lord Jais Sahale, just for chicken change. Even if they are giving you 1 million, it doesn't worth it. As far as the system is not right. Even million. And even Sinlawa took it 10 times, what would go. pour nga mun a vote for the wrong person. If the person is doing good, doing development, and then care about you guys, you know, how they comme li ñoo nga am ñoo xam ne leader yoo xam ne ñu ngi create pour teams yi di earn xaalis. Teams have to do themselves, they have to work for themselves, like put create like advertisement ak yooyu. But then the GFF, the government, they have a big role to do. So if the GFF put effort, okay, we have to push in, like the fund we are having, at least luñ laaj jox pour preparation, it's gonna dafa wàññi lu bëri si yow. But you're traveling, you laaj 150. That 150, maa ngi joxe pass every month 72,000, 73,000 every month. Then nga jox ma preparation xaalis. Even third division mënula maa yóbbu. Dëgg su may génnee man third division 72,000, 73,000 a month pour pass. So first division, second division na I feel sorry for them. So then yow sooy votal system boo xam ne supported la pour nga mun a taxaw so yow na nga bañ sa boppa only for xaalis boo xam ne mënut a change sa life and then dimbalewut la xanaa tukki nga si am ak ñu jox la package ñu promise and promise yuñ la promise most of it maybe benn o ñaar ngay am so some stakeholders ñoom ñoo bëggut seen boppa.
This now is this election bu nekk di ñëw ñëpp ñu ngi ko gisee ne comme it's gonna be a option for a restart or a continue because xam nañ ne the current president is going out but there are candidates that people feel like they are not clean based on their track record. So now yow as a stakeholder candidates yoo nekk di gis do you feel like if right choice is among them, I'm not saying you mention anyone's name, but do you feel like if the stakeholders made a right choice based on those candidates, there could be a restart in Gambian football?
Yeah, xam nga dëgg la ñun candidate yu fa nekk yëpp jaar nañ GFF. I understand but na ma bëgg nit yi ñu gisee ko ne dafa am ñoo xam ne ñu ngi doon liggéey GFF bo amuñ waaw bi they don't have the final say. Mën ngaa liggéey in a company there is a corruption but yow bokkul si corruption boobu xam nga loolu daf lay am mën ngaa bokk si company boo xam ne like yow tey nga génn foofu but you make a big difference xam nga loolu mën naa am through sa personality ak sa character ak sa lifin you know and you want a change so loolu mën naa am si candidate yu fa nekk nii but stakeholders yi ñoo war a xam the right person ku ñoo demal ok so léegi ñu ne kii mu ngi yoon si fii mu ngi yoon fale kii dafa def lale kii dafa def fale it's true foofu lañ nekk because ku nekk mun na leen a teg but yow nga toog fale xamuloo ñu fa taxaw right ne xamuloo seen personnalité xamuloo lu ñu mun a def ak yooyu yow as far as liggéey nañ si ñii nga xam ne nii la rek day nga ne leen yooyu moom man suma boppa sax su ma waxee loolu dinaa wrong ok so suñu amul benn candidate boo xam ne is clean musut faa liggéey xam nga boobu we can say ok kii is different from musuta liggéey foofu ba amuñ ko right now so ku fa génn ko xam ne am na big heart to do things and dam dee wax loolu ba si suñoo def election pour président sooy select président or leader da nga war a select koo xam ne si personality am bi boo xam ne si life am bi sax ban kaay ni nit la ban kaay ni xollam am ban kaay ni yërmande so mu dem si football léegi nga war a seet ne kii depuis time yi xale am ak yow naa mu doon contribute si football for free.
It's a good point.
xanaa am nañ nit boobu si ñetti nit yi koo xam ne depuis time yi lëfinam boobu xanaa mu ngi contribute si football for free mun naa génnee 100,000 jox ko player or spend ko si player for free ma loolu laa bëgg a time bi ñu leen.
Those are some of the things that they need to look at.
So kooku di nga xam ne because most of this GFF ñu fa nekk doo gis kenn ko xam ne mu ngi doon sacrifice own xaalisam o koo xam ne tey nga am 100,000 then this 100,000 mooy tax ñu tukki duñ ko fa def o lii lañ war a use pour lekk players tukki they will keep it for themselves and for their family. ñun kay ni leadership boobu lañ nit si Gambian football ku pare sacrifice boppam sa pour gis suñ maat bi si kaw mbaa am nañ ko si ñetta yi I think ne am nañ ko man mun naa wax assess koo xam ne man close naa ko liggéey naa ak moom xam naa ko xam naa lu mu am si boppam ak yooyu lu mu mun a sacrifice te sacrifice al na ma so many things bu ma nekkee xale si suma football loolu mun naa ko wax si benn candidate si gars yi si ñoom ñetta and dina la analyser ñëpp.
Yes, so
man dam laa jox exemple. dam laa jox exemple pour nit yi dégg bu baax. gis nga Kémo. man supportuma Kémo si corruption pour lifin ak yooyu dam laa wax suma diggante yàlla ak lu dem suma diggante moom. Kémo su ma la waxee ñaata footballers lam sacrifice pour ñu nekk professionnel you cannot finish counting it. man suma boppa suma career Kémo contribute a lot. man Kémo was like my agent and xam naa xool bu mu am. Kémo dépense am bu mu war a génnee si famille am dina ko sacrifice si player jox ko player suba mu dem di katu pour jox jabaram man xam naa gis naa nekk pour support ko pour di réalité suma diggante yàlla lay wax. candidate la boo xam ne am na xool pour dugal si football waxuma ne he is 100% perfect but comme su ñoo analyse si football ku am xol boo xam ne mun naa contribute si football and depuis time boobu depuis 2004 ba time bi Kémo mu ngi si football and nekku ne muy liggéey JFF de wante si clubs ak players yu bëri soo leen la tee dinañ la wax loolu Kémo def na leen professionnel man suma career he contribute a lot. ok man di reality lay wax gis nga Kamaso young intelligent ambition how close suma Kamaso that much but man waxa Kamaso meet ko few times xam naa ne am na ambition. ok he is a young person boo xam ne and in the market living bi tam he's top am na things of marketing. ok Arms he's a young person boo xam ne he's intelligent ak yooyu dina ñëw pour some years la but Arms he's young boo xam ne like am na the passion xol bi pour def ak yooyu am na ko and man in the future or whatever su nekkoon beneen years la to Arms ma nekkal in a position to vote I will vote for him. He's a nice hard working person am ambition so gisee mu even taxaw as a candidate xol lam am pour Gambian football. ok but man right now su may choose boo xam ne even I will say that man laa laaw de I will even say that ñii ñu dem together ku win Kamaso ak Kémo ñu ñëw together to work in hand kii idea bu mu am si football marketing bu mu am ak Kémo lu mu am ak contacts am ak idea bu am ñu isi ko together pour save Gambian football Arms tam ñu jox ko a position because we are talking about def Gambia blue different benn.
It shouldn't be like the way the political space is.
No, because it's about taking Gambian football to the highest. So ñetta yi ku nekk ak sa boss ak yooyu ñu isi ko then we pump.
Then you them. I think that
because you use the right persons. You ñëw si different category and buñ choose any class boo xam ne dama xam kii dama xam kële.
Thank you.
loolu lañ war a def. It have to be more professional. man Gambian football yàgg na si trop man lii la foog ne it will be help. Even so in junior category say, won't choose coach or assistant coach because of key mung suma gannaaw di ma bindal Facebook or key mung suma gannaaw mung ma support aw key am na ko ma votal kii lam xam noonu la ñoo joxee nationalité wala si la ñoo bokk si lifin bi loolu moo nekk di kill suñ Gambian youth football bi da nga gis coach bu baax am team and coach rek is not about football sometimes assistant coach yi ñoo de yóbbu squad xam nga loolu. You have to have a background where they understand football. When the coach is sleeping, then there's people behind you giving you things. I'm not big clubs where the coach is saying they are not the one making the win to happen. It's the assistant coach and technicians behind. So Gambia if you so your system the coaches it, but they take some other people behind the coaches who they are not qualified. They don't even understand A and B in football. And football have a language.
I think then Doc, you can come into that. But I'm sorry, Uncle, then the vice coach of Gambian football. I've never seen to a point where he went to Tom and then to address certain things. I don't know that for the off camera, but Maj Munge Dowd and they said and we all watch football. You know, say vice coach the play them say coach be understand because why but man I've not seen that on camera yet. That camera in your to on or something like that. But just to continue. Do you think that that's selective and then gesture you guys don't have before new generation bi su gars yi ñëwee ñu eliminate that you put the right people in the right positions that are changed. Or do you think that also, like, for example, they can invite ex-footballers? Is it a good idea for them to invite ex-footballers to learn position to hold it? If they are willing to reform the system.
No, even with ex-footballers, you have to bring people who are ready.
Because
you can play football, you don't understand the game. You don't understand what to do.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about right people, it's people, even if you play football, you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the ambition, you don't have the drive to take to put your good things in forward. They don't have to put you in. I'm talking about people who are ready to die, people who are ready to take even their fun to see things right and understand the game. Okay? Youth system, something like it's very good for new day.
Yes.
Gis nga so gisee youth system bi doxut because ñun duñ dee analyse duñ dee weight performance xale yi it's just you don't perform comme kii ding bi amam fenke bing ama understand it's not about that because da nga war a analyse xale yi through seen development loolu tax ñu ne youth system
yaa war a develop
da nga war a am people yu understand loolu and da nga war a am people yoo xam ne dañoo rehab xale yi because dafa am xale yoo xam ne they are young boo xam ne they go through stress at home through family problem or maybe poor family that they cannot even eat. What you understand? I mean, they are going through that, that mental or different. I understand. So, nga am need ko understand football ko mun hale. Ko xamne hale bi mu ngi so down dina muna watana mom. So watane mom maybe next 2 days nga gis hale bi pump up at sikaw. So every system we need someone who understand that who can speak to kids. Neko di len stress, di len defante or di len xam nga malice or whatever. So you are killing the kids. Talents.
I think, and there was a time that a report has come out that the last under 17 they face something like that with their management system. Footballers don't complain about that. They fear that you will be playing and then you'll have a fear of losing a ball because of course so most of them are not even comfortable of how they were playing.
For me, to be honest, I don't know because I was not there.
Yeah, okay.
What I know is, for me, Sugai Wahilo Lumadega Kosatamane, what? Because Yaya Mane is someone who I'm okay, very nice person, very professional, you know what I mean? And he's strict. The strict I know Yaya Mane for is like strict that like you have to perform. You know what I mean? So the play race Barbie. You know what I mean? Okay. So the other things you are talking about, to be honest, I was not there
to witness
it. Or I cannot say things that I'm not
so
of.
That's
I don't want to even go there. But what I know about him, this is what I just said. He's someone who like good player, but you're not gonna give at you. But then the other things like maybe people who close him in the camp or training every day, maybe they who can speak
about that. Okay, and now let's talk about this area that is you people in the national side because you know one day it is very important for you to have a mixture of national side players. Now, if we are not having that right now, do you think that it's also important you come national side between them play, you select some ex-footballers here, mix them together, even though they're not part of the squad. Okay, let's say for the other countries, then they just guy like Peter Cech, boom retire football. Czech Republic, then Kodan or Munyo system officials.
I don't got you. Guess nga lolo. Man suma ko nam ko le suggest. Am ko don suggest. Yo man ma ngi Gambia. I play all category. Zico, ngi ñëw back home di dimbale football. Ni jole ni. Os Jallow, mu ngi Gambia. Mu ngi ñëwaat back home. Okay? ñoo xam ne ñun am nañ that category of experience bu ko ne jël a phone call ne bëgg nañ laa gis invite la into the GFF ak yooyu toll ak yow so experience ak yooyu we will want you to be this to close the kids comme si camping bi ñëw si lifin bi ak yooyu other countries are doing and they are successful because nga jël tey exemple Os Jallow nga teg ko foofu striker si mun nga koo jël sax moom muy ñëw rek even su ngay defee training camp fi isage Os Jallow muy jël striker si for finishing and Os Jallow du la laajte for dam du la laajte for any xaalis jël Modou Cissé isi ko moom tam muy def the same to another category suñ nekkee camp in Gambia because we base here man maa ngi into football boo xam ne I do it for free dem na damaa dem base dem fële ak yooyu nga omo ne lii lañ bugga nga ñëw di defin xale yi ñoom xamuñ lan ngay am si loolu but ñoom they are in their office they don't know loolu is something big for the kids even for the coaches it make it easy for the coaches man personally dam dee call guy Cho is a fantastic guy boo xam ne moom Cho in the national team you understand what I mean laajte ko loolu people can ask him I call him I say Cho man maa ngi dem Morocco mooy time bu gaa demee Morocco ma ne ko ne I can help them for free I don't need anything I can go and help them in the camp ak yooyu but they did not come back to me I offer myself to help because I know I can help so for me what I feel like if they don't control you the way they want they're not gonna put you close to them because of why they think that you're gonna know things that they don't want you to know so that means that we're gonna be failing because you are choosing wrong people who are ready to sacrifice for free for nothing you are not choosing them to close
That's because they cannot control you
never
to do their other kind of jobs. So
Never.
they will bring in people that doesn't know how to do it or how to go about it in order for them to control those people.
so that's not something we're gonna achieve anything with you understand so you have to have confidence to bring people who will challenge you me my job if I bring someone who is gonna say yes 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 to everything I'm gonna sit again and say no you're not qualified for me personally I like people who sometimes I will say things that you say no I think we should do this if you want to be successful you know what I mean me I like people like that people who will I'm the leader but you challenge me but if you're a leader you don't want people to challenge you then there's something fishy there then to achieve something is going to be so hard
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I think and then this is a very fantastic interview, and then we have a lot from you today. You have actually take us through your career and your passion for Gambian football. I think this is very incredible, to be honest. Li nekk na luma like nga play a rew ba léegi nga amee holiday bi because ñun we see other countries then they celebrate guy. Understand? Samuel Eto'o mu ngi fale Cameroon is doing it for them. So now are we seeing at any point in time ESohna vying for that position because we need you to be there?
1000%. But I'm not going to fight for a time where I know that people have to back me to get in because I don't want anyone to control me.
Okay.
If I'm coming for this position, I'm coming in a way that I'm going to lead my group. I'm coming to work. I don't want anyone to say that I'm the one who gives you the position. Do this, do that, do that. And the project I'm doing right now, don't just this is my problem in Gambia. Some people are fighting to get a position, but they don't even know exactly what they are fighting for. But what they are saying is just the money. This is the problem, not only in our football, till the top. So if I put position, put Duga for at least study that position, lan lan lay need at lan lay soxla at yooyu while you fight to get that position. Really help. So they feel when you win, you just get in, you start to walk straight. But you are fighting, you don't know exactly what is there, what people need and this, and then you fight, you get in there. So what's going to happen? That's why we are stuck. So me, of course, because I can help. But right now, it's not the right time for me. Because why? I'm going to take a project on top of a project. So the project I'm doing is for Gambia too.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Because what I'm doing, in 2-3 years, people are going to see.
No, we've actually seen it because, like you said, different ex-footballers are now coming into the league. But then you start from down, come with. Like we said, it's all investment. It's all put in Gambian sports. Others will come in by second division team, by first division team. You understand? It's kind of a quicker one than to the one that you go in for. You went with academy, build up.
Let me tell you about football. This is something people can learn, even stakeholders or whatever. Okay, you cannot beat the system if you change the code. At first, when I came, there's a team they were selling. I was in a race, but I did not show myself. There's someone who was, you know what I mean? I sit and advise myself. So before I take second division or first division, it's okay to do. The people who do it, they do the right thing, but maybe they see it in a different way and stuff is a good, very good thing they do. But for me, my own side is like no more cookies moi. I have to develop something bohamne, a structure bohamne, a foundation bohamne. It's gonna go for in years. You understand what I mean? And then dafa am loo xam ne mooy dafa mel ni nga am 2 million tey lañ ne yaa ngi am 3 million but this 3 million nga jël foo xam ne stop you gonna spend more but then am loo reserve amuloo luy dugg si.
Okay. Understand na fa nekk di waxe.
yaa ngi understand kuy understand lu may wax dina
Understand na fa nekk di waxe. Yeah.
So balaa may jël that money dugal ko si loolu why not ma invest ko in a way boo xam ne su may ne jógee third division jaay naa 10 players. Right now I'm selling players from third division, right?
Amazing.
You see my point. Ñaata players like it is a lot. And ñaata ñooy sign bëri na ak ñu war a sign bëri na. Su may dem second division dafa fekk suma financial bi suma background bi is in a level of more than second division. I can pay my players enough. Okay? Second division balaa ma faa jógee ñaata players lay jaay is a lot, right? My other first division, small structure, small everything is intact. Almost struggle what? A lot of
you last supply sasa.
Lot of play first division teams, you go to second division, play third division is a new again, even fourth division, so you go among new again. It's just the name of second division, but they are struggling big time. It's almost structure. It's just the name. I'm for second division, I'm fourth division. Some of them, not put name them.
Yes.
Because some they are structured.
Some are structured.
Yeah. You see my point?
Amazing. I think that is a very great point. You understand, and a very wise idea from you as well. We want to see. I don't know, but I have the feeling that if you have gone through a struggle, a system that is broken, you know, and then how the doors work. You understand? If you come there, you will be able to know where to maintenance. So I am a big fan of seeing Gambian ex-players coming into the league. To be honest, anyone that I see, you come in, you buy a team, or you start an academy, or you're supporting, I love it. Because I feel like I'm now, those that are coming, I saw those people as a business individuals, entrepreneurs. I don't mean Gambian footballers, but if a footballer comes in, I look at you as someone who came to develop a football. So my expectation from you and those ordinary people is a quite different one. So you guys are actually meeting our expectation in that sense because you are actually looking at the raw talents, signing them, you understand, develop them, and then sell them out, which is very good because if you look at Gambian football now, every year, at least across all the clubs, Gambia will have nothing less than 10 players that will sign.
Say every month now.
Now every month.
Not year. Before you see one player travel, before you see another player travel, it's like ages. 2 years again.
But now, yes,
every month.
Yes, all the clubs can tell you that I have at least sold under 10 players. That is amazing.
Now, my point is like not just to take out of Gambia.
But
that's where I want us to work.
Where are they going?
Where are they going? And what is the next plan for that player? Because we have a lot of players now in different leagues. Well, what's supposed to be the marketing so that we can get into Real Madrid, Barcelona, and stuff? For me, this is where I'm working on, and this is where I want us football family to work on, not just to market out. Because we have to compete Senegal, we have to compete other countries. They do it, we can do it. They have those players, we have those players. But what we have to do, if we don't do it, then we're going to struggle to go to different leagues where players going to play one season.
And I think I'm going to support that idea of yours. It's a very good thing if you guys do that for us. I'm going to give example to footballers. Last or under 20, we have Lamine Camara in Senegal, who is currently playing top. How many Gambian footballers has played with him the same level? Where are they? They are stuck. I'm going to give a special example to a footballer that we all know was a talent. I think Lamin Jaji. Senegal want him, but he chose to come for Gambia because he's Gambian. But he could have played for Senegal. Understand? Where is his career now? That's why when I see other Gambians trying to judge if a Gambian choose Senegal over Gambia, understand? I tell them sometimes you don't have to blame the footballers. There's no roadmap for me. So if you guys are going for that roadmap, we will be much grateful because we have passed this level of struggling to sign them. Now they are future. That's a very good step from you people. And I'm going to say it's a great, great initiative.
So this is the thing. That's why I have to say, good job to Steve Traveler to get in early to invest in football. Even he was playing, he know that like he can even play 2-3 years more, but he invests in football. That's a good step to Steve. And then Omar Kuli did it. You know, still now he's playing, but he started now.
Now, yes.
That's a win for Gambia. Understand? Like I always say, there's other ex-players.
I think Alisson also bought.
Alisson,
yes.
Exactly. You see, he's playing or doing it. You know, this is fantastic. And then there's other players that they are doing. They are supporting on the ground. People don't know. Yes, people have to know. I always say that. You know what I mean? It's not only to have the team that you are giving back. You know, like Zeke is with Fortune. He's helping Fortune to market players. People have to know that.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, having academic, Osjalo too, he's helping young strikers and stuff. And Osjalo too, you know, he have helped some few players who have traveled. So, you know, so there's few that like they're doing things, but people don't see it, you know. So for me personally, like to be honest, like I'm encouraging more players to come and invest and stuff. We're gonna make it. The right system, then we can compete all African top teams because we have the talent.
That and sometimes I told that and then before we close, that's something that I usually said. I said there will be a time Gambia will be like a Brazil. The coach will struggle to pick a correct 11 because of why you will not know who to take. Gambia, like usually now you get this academy anybody, but back then footballers that are from the upper regions or other part of the country, there's no academy or whatever. Kawas randas nga ko de kumase. It's a raw talent in you. So you understand. So like now you're having the academics, you are born with it, and the academy is helping you to develop it. That's going to be top notch. You understand? So we are then grateful for the interview and then for the opportunity. Like I said earlier on, it's a pleasure to have you, and I am very much happy that you have opened up to this for us. And then we look forward. Maybe someday, and you can invite us at ESohna. We take a documentary sort of video at ESohna. You understand? Inshallah, right? So what will you have for the viewers and then will watch?
Just to say first, thanks to you guys, you know, for this. You know, it's important because you guys do this is sacrifice. You guys are not, you know, earning money that will change your life for now, but it's gonna come. You know, so I mean, believe in it. This is something like you guys are contributing to. Because coming here, me explaining myself, you know, putting it in the media, a lot of kids gonna learn a lot out of it. So keep it up. Things will come, you know. And the viewers, just to say to them, like, we are together in this, you know, in a moment of celebration or moment of like it's not going right. We are in this to fight to have the right, you know, leaders in the Gambian football and the system. Okay, and young kids to be more hardworking, patient, sacrifice, you know, and then things will happen for you, you know. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then that was ESohna and then Ibrahim Sohna. You understand? Gambian famous midfielder who has represented Gambia across all levels. You understand? Now running ESohna's academy, and that is already in the third division, selling players, developing them, and also have an idea of not only selling them now, continuous plan of after selling what will be their future, which we appreciate a lot. You understand? So like I said, if you're just tuning in and then if you watch up to this point, we appreciate you and then we want to thank you more for taking your time to watch this interview to this point. Please do not forget to subscribe because that's the only thing that you can help us with. As you guys, most of you are commenting on our previous video with Steve that the audio you were struggling to get me. Unfortunately, one of our audio mic got spoiled at the protest ground. So what could you help us with is by you subscribing. help us share the videos for it to go viral more. Maybe with 5 episodes, 6 episodes, we might able to struggle and buy a mic, understand, and get things done. So thank you so much. We love to see you again. Bye.
Thanks a lot.